There are a number of things that you need to know before playing Tower of Fantasy. Things that are integral to the number of SSR characters that you'll get, your overall enjoyment of the game. Things you do not want to miss under any circumstance. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. And I mean a lot. First, the most important thing. Tower of Fantasy is launching on Wednesday, August 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have conversions to a variety of different time zones up on screen right now, so you don't necessarily need to take the time here and do the math. Yeah, you're welcome. MRSSSTIX and I will be live streaming the game an hour before the game launches, and we'll be continuing to stream all night over on Twitch. We have been repeatedly asked which server we're going to be playing on. The server in specific we have chosen, along with our community, is the Radiant server in North America, so we hope to see you guys there. Additionally, just a few hours ago, the pre-download for the game was announced to be going live on August 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pre-downloads will be available on every platform. Before we go any further, I just want to take a moment here to thank all of the absolute chads and chadettes that support this channel via Patreon. You're all freaking legends. Seriously, each and every single one of you. I would offer to give each of you a kiss, but I suffer from severe intimacy issues. Additionally, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest MMO gacha and gaming news, take a second here to follow MRSSSTIX and I over on Twitter. We tweet daily. Next, the global Tower Fantasy Twitter revealed all of the possible server names for the North American, the South American, and the European regions earlier today. And there are a significant number. But given the game just hit their pre-registration milestone of 4 million, it kind of makes sense. Use this opportunity to plan ahead so you can synchronize your server and your time zones with your friends all around the world. That way you're not left playing on a different server or in a different time. It's worth noting, however, that after hitting that 4 million pre-registration milestone, the rewards page in specific was updated. And with quite the shocker, an in-game mount, 10 golden nuclei and 10 red nuclei, providing every single player the chance at additional premium pulls for both the standard and the limited banners. This is combined with the initial rewards that we're receiving for hitting previous milestones, including the cumulative 10 gold nuclei from the 1.5, the 2 million, and the 2.5 million milestones. Now, if that isn't enough, then as part of the event that is going to be actively available, players are going to be able to receive a free SSR weapon box. This weapon box absolutely guarantees you any SSR husbando or waifu that you want, and is arguably the most important item in the entire game. And if I just take a moment here to think about it, is genuinely very generous of Level Infinite to provide us. A lot of players spend an overwhelming amount of time re-rolling, with many potential players quitting because they are unable to obtain that single character that they want. Now, as an example here, during the global closed beta test, I pulled my, okay, no, you know what? Don't take that out of context, okay? But I pulled hundreds of times, attempting to and failing to get the one singular character that I wanted more than any other. Meryl. She's the character that I use in the thumbnail for the vast majority of the videos that I do. Again, this item, this SSR weapon box, is going to guarantee you with 100% certainty that one character that could make or break the game for you. No re-rolling required, no need to fall into a state of depression. Although at the same time, I doubt this is good financially for Level Infinite, because this does mean that there are going to naturally be less players spending, probably by quite a sizable margin. This is a confirmation, however, even if only a slight one, that Level Infinite does seem to care about their players and the general success of the game outside of China. More so Japan than anything, but you know what? I will be more than accepting of being catered to second, as opposed to not being catered to at all. And most importantly, I know there's so so many of you that were heartbroken, that were absolutely, completely, and wholeheartedly distraught over the loss of one of the most important features in the game. But don't fret, it was confirmed that the censorship that is currently to this day still present in the Chinese version of this game with regards to the removal of the booba sliders was removed, completely uncensoring the game, providing all of us men, all of us women of culture like Hikari the freedom that we wanted. Censorship should never be acceptable in any game. Well, I mean, I guess unless it violates laws, which having a booba slider does not. And China has completely lost their mind in thinking that it should. Now, you might be sitting there wondering to yourself, but you know what? STIX, should I even play Tower Fantasy? Like, isn't this game just some crappy, weeby mobile game? And you know what? On the one hand, yeah, you might perceive it that way, but on the other, no, it definitely isn't. Tower Fantasy is our answer to a Genshin MMO, a solution to the long wait that we have between now and Blue Protocol, an anime MMO that is actually fun to play, that doesn't take hours of your day every time to farm, and that at least semi-respects your time. It's an anime MMO with decent quality combat, with great aesthetics, and a fair gacha system, providing players with a surplus of different husbandos and waifus to collect to satiate that hunger you have for a harem, while still offering that MMO aspect for groups of players to play alongside one another. This is far, trust me, this is far from being the best MMO of all time, but it is nevertheless a fun game that still deserves a look. And given the rewards you're going to receive for merely trying it out, I urge you to go ahead, disregard everything you've heard from other content creators, influencers, streamers, and just play it, preferably alongside us on Wednesday when it launches. This is a cross-platform title, so you can very easily enjoy this either on PC or on mobile. Now, if you're interested in my full thoughts on the game before you play though, I have a dedicated video up on my STIX channel that you can find right here, or alternatively, a list of great free MMOs if Tower Fantasy just doesn't look like your thing, right here.